Hey everybody, hopefully you can still see me. I haven't tested out the GoPro in low light conditions like this before, so I don't know how this video is going to turn out, but hopefully it's alright. It's not even 7 o'clock yet, but it's very overcast and actually snowing right now. It's April 15th. 73 degrees yesterday, and now there's some snow on the ground. Anyway, what I've been thinking about today is gymnastic training and how it compares to more average, well, maybe not average, that's not the right word, more traditional calisthenic training, as in push-ups, pull-ups, squats, high rep Hindu push-ups, things like that. And I'm gonna say at the beginning of this video, I'm not going to give you any type of answer or a declaration as to which one is better or the absolute differences. I'm just thinking about it and posing questions to myself and to you. That's all. I'm just thinking about it. There's a lot of differences, but there's a lot of similarities also, and I think both can be useful. The reason I've been thinking about the gymnastics training is because I remembered a book that I used to have called Building the Gymnastic Body by Coach Summer, Christopher Summer, former U.S. Olympic gymnastic coach. Now he writes books. And I used to have this book, and I actually gave it away to a friend because I had just played with it a little, but I just started doing just a little bit of extra gymnastic work in my weight training. I'm keeping my program the way it is, just adding one little thing to it. I'm not taking anything out, I'm just adding to it, and I feel like that's okay. So I'm doing just some planche work, and it reminded me of when I had the book and I did some of the workouts for a little while, and I started thinking about the advantages of it. How does this skill transfer? What can you get from it? Because there's certainly a great deal of strength in terms of strength to body weight ratio and even absolute strength. I mean, gymnasts who do the ring events and like the pommel horse have incredible upper body strength. I mean, they have great physiques too as far as their muscular development. I mean, you'd be they'd be pretty well off in a natural bodybuilding competition. I think a lot of them, at least for their upper bodies. They don't really worry about packing muscle on their legs because it would be a detriment to their skill. But how does that strength transfer to other things, and how does it compare to regular bodyweight training? That's what I've been wondering. Certainly the gymnasts have a great deal more strength than somebody who just does high rep push-up training. If you can bang out 100 push-ups in one set with good form, I mean, that's an incredible feat. But that doesn't mean you're going to be able to do even one planche push-up, right? A planche push-up, if you don't know, is where you have your body is horizontal, like in a regular push-up, but your hands are the only thing touching the ground. So your hands are a little bit closer down to your hips rather than by your chest like a regular push-up, and you're pushing your whole body up and down off the ground with just your hands. It's really cool to see. I can't do one, but gymnasts can do them easily. So that skill and that strength is developed by training strength. You can't get there by training high reps and muscular endurance. So it's something to think about if you want to have the ability to display those front and back lever, all those type of movements. I wonder if they could do 100 really good push-ups in one set, or if they could do 30 or 40 strict pull-ups. I don't know. That would be interesting. I would like to see that. I wonder if it goes the other way, if by training strength you would get a high degree of muscular endurance. But it doesn't seem to go the other way. Now, there are some guys out there who would contest that. There's not a lot of them, but a couple. There's this one guy I can think of. His name's Johnny Grube. His website is wildmantraining.com. The guy is kind of I'm not gonna badmouth him, but he's very very opinionated. He has a very strong opinion about his training philosophy, and he'll tell you he thinks that he'll tell you exactly what he thinks about other methods, and he believes in high rep body weight training, and he's got a couple of good strength moves that I've seen that are pretty impressive, like doing a one-hand Superman push-up wearing a 45-pound backpack. A Superman push-up is where you're stretched all the way out on the floor, face down, balls of your feet touching the floor, and just your palm heel with your arm fully stretched out, and then just pushing down into the ground and picking your body all the way up off the ground. So like doing a really long plank with one arm, but starting on the ground and then picking yourself up. Doing that while wearing a 45-pound pack. There's a video of him doing it, so it's real. He's not just saying he can do it, he's done it. And that guy says that all he ever trains, 95% of the time, is high rep stuff. So I don't know. But then is that just his genetics? Is he genetically predisposed to being better suited to doing high rep stuff just because of his muscle fiber type, or his natural inclination to mitochondrial density in his cells that makes him better suited for aerobic type activity? I don't know. Is it just his size? Because he's fairly small. He's not a huge guy. I'm not saying he's short, but he's very lithe, very lean, and not very heavy. He probably weighs like 160. So is that part of it? Is it bone structure? Is it tendon insertion? There's a lot of other factors that play into it. But if there was more people like him, that would make me question it even more. I think there should be a study on this. Get a couple of different groups of people, test their strength on different things, like do some calisthenic and test them on high reps, test them on weight training, and then take them and put them in two different groups. Have one group do just high rep body weight training, really high rep stuff, and then have the other group do more strength intensive gymnastic type training, and then see how they compare across the board. Test them on improvements in muscular endurance, muscular strength, even look at like anaerobic power and cardiovascular endurance. I think that would be a cool study, just to see what are the other benefits outside of the intended use of those training programs. Because body weight circuits and high intensity stuff is usually considered to be for fat loss, getting you in shape, improving your stamina. And then gymnastic training is considered to be better for developing the strength to do gymnastics. And then you also get, ancillary benefits of being more muscular and better joint integrity and so on. But I'd be interested to see how the transfer of those activities compare. Somebody get on that, somebody do that study so I can see what happens. Maybe there are. I should look to see if there's a study out there like that. I don't think there is, though. So that's it. That's what I've been thinking about today. gymnastics and body weight training? How do they compare? What are the potential benefits for doing them? It's getting pretty nasty out here. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. See you next time.